Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming in with a doozy. Just as for a warning, this will be a little bit of a longer video because I have a lot to say about this pattern. So first of all, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And thank you for those who faithfully watch every week and you comment, thumbs up, or new subscribers. Thank you so much for coming in today. So today I will be talking about the Cashmerette Ipswich swimsuit. So I'll pop up the pictures and a little bit about the pattern there. But let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to show you, here is the swimsuit right here, all done. And I did the add-on. This is the add-on, is for the tankini add-on, which is free. You just have to have purchased the Ipswich swimsuit. And then once you get the add-on, which you can find on the Cashmerette site, then you'll be able to add this on. But let's get into this swimsuit. Oh my gosh, I don't know where to begin. It is rated intermediate. For those who are not aware, Cashmerette patterns start at a size 12 to 28 with cup sizes C through H. So having said that, the size that I cut, so my measurements are this. So my full bust is 51, my underbust is 39, my waist is 45, and my hip is 52.5. And so for the size for this, you measure your underbust and then you kind of go off of that measurement guide. And so based on that, I'm to cut a size 18 GH and then 24 for the waist and hip. So that's exactly what I did. I was a little skeptical about that because I'm thinking, oh, 18. But I'm looking at my underbust. My underbust is much smaller. And so anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So I did view A. So let me, if I didn't show it in the picture, I should have. But this is view A. It is the one piece. And so the add-on is just the tankini, where you can, the overlay that goes over it. So I wanted that. The reason I'm making swimsuits is because you guys know I've mentioned a few times in my videos that I go to a aquafit class at my gym. And so my goal, my desire is to have at least 4 swimsuits. And so I bought the first one to get me started in class. But since then I was like, the next swimsuit I wear to class is going to be one I made. And so that is this one. I wanted to definitely give the Ipswich a try out the gate first. And so let me start out. This is a long one, I'm telling you. First of all, 23 pieces for a swimsuit. Yes, you heard that right, 23 pieces. But what I can say about this, if you all know, Jenny's patterns are truly drafted. Sorry about that, my camera had cut off, but Jenny's patterns are truly graded for plus size, meaning she really do take the bust into consideration compared to the waist and hip and all the curvature and everything. Her drafting is superb for her patterns. That's why I love them. But for her more advanced, intermediate, and advanced patterns, there are some pattern pieces that you're gonna have to account for. And I think I shared this before, but all I do when I have, for any pattern, but really for patterns that have probably over 10 pieces, I always do a post-it note, write down all the pattern pieces I need and check them off as I do them, because I have found that before doing that, I've been doing this for well over a year now, but prior to doing that, I would forget to copy or cut or trace some pattern and have to go back in and unfold everything. But I traced off all 23 pattern pieces except for the tankini. Those 2 pieces I didn't trace off because it's a pattern. You have to tape that together. So I was like, and it's only a couple pages. So I can always just reprint that easily and retape it together. So my fabric, so let me just show you the fabric that I used for this main fabric here. I showed this in a previous video, but it's from my stash. I got it from Fabric Mart. Have to be a year and a half ago. So no way to find that. My contrasting pieces, the only reason I have contrasting pieces because I didn't have enough of my main fabric. And so I had to get this from Joann Fabrics, in their performance knit and swimsuiting section is where I picked this up. And then my lining fabric, which is on the inside, that came from Joann Fabrics, because one thing I didn't realize when I was pulling all my notions and everything together is that I had a main fabric, I didn't have a lining fabric, and the kit does not come with lining fabric. And I will say the kit, this is how much I have left in the kit. The kit comes with the swimwear elastic, the bra strapping, the swim closures, the fold over elastic, the stay tape, underwire channeling, plastic boning, pre-covered plastic boning, the power mesh, the swim cup foam, and the Duoplex bra lining. So that's what the kit comes with. I was not paying attention. The kit does not come with, if you wanted to do the wires, which I was going to do, but I was not paying attention that the kit didn't come with the wires to go in to the bra channeling. So I didn't do that for my first one here. Put wiring in. Another thing about the kit, now, if you haven't sewn a swimsuit, I'll have to look and I'll notate it if I remember on the screen. I'm not sure if this pattern comes with the video. It may, Cashmerette may have a video to go along with making this. Not a free one you will have to purchase on the website. But if you're not familiar with using these different types of notions, bra elastic and everything, you will get very confused about what's what. So the kit came with everything together, but each thing wasn't labeled, so you knew what it was. I happen to know what everything was after looking at it, inspecting everything. Only thing is, you will notice I didn't use this at all, and this is the bra elastic that goes around the bottom. And rookie mistake on my part, you all know I've made a couple different bras, and when I was attaching, it called for the elastic, I attached the wrong elastic, but luckily there was enough yardage. I think that was the bra elastic, swimsuit elastic, swimwear elastic, rubber swimwear elastic I used in the section that I was supposed to use this. So that was a rookie mistake on my part, having sewn a bra a few times. But if you're new to sewing with those type of notions, you probably need to go to the website or reach out to Cashmerette to know what is what for each piece. And I didn't use the boning as well, so my boning is left over in the kit. And I'll link the swimsuit in the kit on Cashmerette website down below. So that's where I got the fabric from. So far as needles, I did use a ballpoint needle. I used my new Teflon foot. You all know I just talked about that in my previous video. The Teflon foot is just the white foot. This is the Teflon foot. It's just a white foot. That came in so handy when sewing. My fabric just moved beautifully with that. What else did I want to say? I also, one of the things I did is print off, there is a page in the pattern that talk about stitches and stitch lengths. I made a copy of this page and had it set to the side because I do know from bra making that you have to use different stitch lengths and widths for different sections when you're doing the bra area. So I knew that I need to reference that quite frequently, so I just printed off a separate just of that section for me to have. So what size did I cut out? I cut out, this is again view A, I cut out the 18 GH in the hip 24 and the waist 24. And so that worked out pretty well for me. And let me just show you what I'm going to do is actually insert here. I will have some pictures of me in the swimsuit and how it fit here, and then I'll come back in with the rest of the review and show you the insides of the swimsuit. So this is me at the gym. I just want to show you where I pull it up over that roll right there. A few seams did pop. And so, yeah, that size 18, and then pulling it over because I have my 24 hip and waist. And then I could have used the wiring as well for extra lift. Okay, okay, everybody. So just finished class. I had somebody take a picture of me in class. So the suit wore well, no problems, no issues. Of course, the skirt part was kept floating up, but that's expected. So it wore beautifully. And so 2 thumbs up. If I give 2 thumbs, I'm recording from my phone, but it worked out. So yeah, all right, back to the review. So a couple other things I want to mention. I did write down just a couple tips of consideration. Throughout the pattern, you'll notice that it'll say pre-cut the elastic to the length of something in particular, and then sew it on. My suggestion is don't pre-cut anything. Just sew whatever it is you need to sew on your elastic and then cut it, because what can happen is that gives you room for error if for whatever reason your bottom fabric is stretching or something is stretching, and all of a sudden you sew and like realize you have more fabric than elastic, or vice versa. This at least gives you that room for error to just sew it all down. Then once you get to the end, just cut the elastic off. Is more than enough to allow you to do that. My second tip is if you have duckbill scissors, and these are listed in my Amazon store, go ahead and get these, because this is really good for trimming very close around the bra area and cutting out some of that bulk that you will have when you're putting the foam bra area in. And then as I was saying, you will it also suggests that if you have a serger, go ahead to serge, or you can do the zigzag stitch. My suggestion, if this is your first time putting this pattern together, do not serge. Go ahead and do the zigzag stitch. That's exactly what I did, just because if you sew a part together wrong or do something incorrectly, you do not want to be bothered with unpicking serger stitches. Trust me. And so I would suggest doing the zigzag stitch, and then once you have the zigzag stitch in and you're fine and everything is good, then you can go behind that and serge. But I just won't go out the gate serging. The one thing I did go out the gate and serge, and I'll just go ahead and show you the swimsuit, is the tankini, the inside. I did serge that, and I serged the attachment of this to the main body of the swimsuit. So the instructions are very detailed oriented. And I have to be honest, I got awfully confused on quite a few parts. Now, I think for me where the confusion came in is because you have the tankini, because I added that. So you only go so far with the main instructions. Then you have to switch and pull out your tankini instructions, which was fine, brilliant. But then when you go back onto the main pattern, I feel like the instructions continued as if you never added this on here. So with some sections where you have to turn it inside out and attach the waistband for this onto the bottom, but if you added this, you know that open seam is gone now because you have used it for this. Now again, it could be just the way that I read it, because I did struggle and I just kind of put it down like, okay, I don't get it, but I had to keep laying the swimsuit on the floor and then turning it right side out and then inside out, so I knew what the steps were saying, and kind of go back and forth like that. So I thought the transition between the tankini back to the pattern was a little confusing. It didn't seem like it transitioned well. Now, if I was just doing the swimsuit by itself, it would have put together beautifully, because then I didn't have to take these pieces into consideration because they were already attached. And then I had to figure out, oh, roll this up in here, do the burrito method for this. And it was confusing. It was confusing. The only thing I did not finish, I'm finishing that by the time you see the video with me. I think I would have had video of me in class and some pictures my husband took. All this is done. But this is the only thing while I'm filming not finished. And this is the sewing on the swimwear closure. I'm not sure how tight I want this. Once this is closed, so I'm going to try it on, lift up my arms and do some different movements in it to see what's comfortable for me. Then that's the only thing I have to sew down, is what you see clipped. But it is entirely finished. I did not finish off the hem because it's knit. It's not going to ravel or anything like that. I do like that you can really color block this, make this all kind of fun that you want. But like I said, it is a doozy of a pattern. And somewhere along the line, let me start showing you the inside. Somewhere along the line, you can tell I got utterly confused, because this is underneath the tankini. Look at the front. The front is the wrong side of the fabric underneath. And then all of this is exposed. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be or not, but from the instructions, I think it's supposed to be like that. But I thought that was a little strange. And then, so that's why I'm thinking it might be just user error, because usually Jenny is really good about hiding all her seams, but I don't know. Maybe this is just one where you couldn't. The back is fine. This is the lining. And then this is the front. And then my elastic, I'm supposed to, now I use the right elastic down here. I'm supposed to flip it over, but I was like, nah, I'll just leave it. Because I don't know, I felt like it would have looked a little funny. I don't know. And again, because I still got tape on here. Let me know this is the front. So I struggled with that. And then the other area I struggled with was the cups a little bit. So you do have to zigzag stitch the cups in place. But I'm feeling like maybe I missed something, because they are sewn into the sides, but they move down. Oops, it moves down here. And I'm not 100% if it's supposed to. I have not posted the question in the group yet, so I will do that. But by the time I finish this, it will me and going to I wanted to give it a whirl in the gym. And so yeah, but that part, as much as, and maybe because I put together bras before, putting together the swimsuit cup lining, the foam cup, wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad at all. I have to say that the thing that's the most daunting about this pattern is how many pieces it is, and keeping everything straight. What you're sewing, what you're putting together. It does call for the mesh lining. So all of my seams on the inside are exposed. So, okay, I think I lost the clip that completely showed the inside, so I'm refilming that. But I wanted to show how the bra piece does not attach to the lining. Here's the lining back. Through here's what you see is the tankini folding through the legs. But let me just show you, my finishes are not by any means perfect at all. I just wanted to for my first go. See that? None of that is cleaned on either side. So yeah, that's the inside front. This is the inside back. Yeah. And this, when I tried it on, these seams popped. So I just let it lay, but I'll talk about that with the fit, the changes I will make. But yeah, so I just did another row of stitching here so the mesh can be connected to the main fabric. But yeah, as you can tell, nope, not perfect, but she is wearable and I am wearing her. And this is the back. All right. I'm not worried about hiding any of my seams because I want to get through the construction of it first. Get it wrapped around in my mind how this thing comes together and not worrying about it being all pretty on the inside. That can come in another version. But I just needed to know construction wise, what am I doing and how is this thing coming together? And so see that? So it's all exposed. It's not all hidden. And her instructions do say when to add the twill tape or I think it's some kind of binding you can use to hide all of that. But like I said, I didn't worry about it because I just want to wrap my mind around putting this together. And so what else do I want to say? The lining, I have quite a few threads in here I need to clip. But you do that top waistband, you can see is hidden, but the bottom one is serge because that's where you attach that tankini section. Overall, I love the swimsuit. Yes, it has quite a few mistakes, and I see a long thread here. I'm going to clip real quick. Yes, I do have some sewing errors. But I do like it and I'm gonna wear it. Very happy with getting through it. I'm not overly excited about my finishing details, but that is okay because it's from the outside. You can't tell all that's going on the inside, right? And the lining fabric and all of that. I mean, oh, I still, look at that. I still have a tape on here, but just getting through this. If you've made it, please leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Did you find certain parts of it a little confusing? Did you add the tankini and found the transition back to making the rest of the swimsuit a little confusing? Because I did. And I will post a question in the group about I don't know, I was just wondering if this part is supposed to be stitched down to the lining, but maybe it's not supposed to be. I don't know. I didn't see steps for that, but I was just curious. So yeah, that is it. That is all I have. I should have been inserting other commentary on the swimsuit. I know this was a little bit of a longer video. I will make this again, and I will make it again this year, but I'm gonna make a different swimsuit pattern first. And then I'll come back to this because I do like how, like all of these, while it's a lot of pieces, it's a lot of pieces that really curve the body in the right areas to help give a nice smooth look. And it's just not just one piece where you know, showing all your rolls and all of that. This, I think, really hugs you in the right spot. It's just a beast of a pattern. It really is. I can't put it no simpler than that. So that is it. Stay tuned for Sunday. Sunday will be my August Makes Roundup. Only one item will not be in there, which is my handbag that I'm finishing up, which will be a separate video next week, Wednesday. But Sunday will be all of my August Makes, everything I made in the month of August. Plus, I'm going to add some footage in there from our trip that I thought was fun to add. And yeah, so stay tuned for Sunday. Will be a nice August Makes Roundup video with a little bit of vlogging mixed in there. So yeah, that is it. Let me know what you think, And like I said, I'll have pictures in there. Let me know what you think of the pictures. And I love the tankini because I like having that little skirt piece on the bottom to kind of cover up the tummy area. So all right, everybody, you all have a fantastic and blessed day. And yeah, if you have any comments, if you made this, please leave them down in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.